Three, two, one.
Hello and welcome. Happy Saturday for the third Saturday in a row. We have NFL games to wrap up this regular season. This is week 18, the final week of the regular season. So I hope you are as excited as me about getting these games underway. Final week of the regular season. Most of the playoff pictures and scenarios are set, but let's take a look and dive in. Fantasy season largely over, unless you are unfortunate enough to be playing in week 18, in which case I wish you the best of luck. So no sit start today, but I do have some games of the week, including the best of the Saturday games. So for those Saturday games, we have the Ravens and the Browns playing early. The Ravens will be playing their starters because they want to lock in the third seed. But the best of the games is the second game to me, and that is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers, well, a win and a Ravens loss, and they could still win the AFC North. Of course, they will know whether the Ravens won or not before this game kicks off. But they do also still need a win to hold on to the fifth seed. And you want to be the fifth seed as opposed to the sixth seed and play Houston as opposed to the Ravens. So I would expect them to be playing hard. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's pretty simple. They need to win if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. I expect a fairly competitive game. In the early window, my game of the week is the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints will be playing Tampa Bay at the same time. If Tampa Bay wins, they win the NFC South. But the Atlanta Falcons could still win the division and make it into the playoffs with Michael Penix under center if they get a win here and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose to the Saints. I expect they're going to be playing hard, but Carolina has been playing feisty down the stretch. They have enjoyed playing the spoiler role, so that one should be a little bit of fun. In the afternoon window, it's easy to call. Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs are going to be sitting most of their stars and starting players. They've already locked up the number one seed in the AFC, but the Denver Broncos, it's really simple. Win and you are in. They are one of only two teams with the win and you're in scenario. They've had three cracks at it. They've lost the last two. They've got to win this week. So I think this will be a pretty good game. But the best game of the week, maybe one of the best games of the season, is going to be the 14-2 Minnesota Vikings at the 14-2 Detroit Lions. Big stakes in this game. This is the Sunday night football game, last game of the NFL's regular season. Whoever wins will have 15 wins, be the number one seed in the NFC, and will get that first round bye. Whoever loses drops all the way to the fifth seed and will be on the road either against the Buccaneers, Falcons, or Los Angeles Rams. They'll know where they're going to play once this game kicks off, but this should be a fierce battle. The Lions beat the Vikings the first time these two teams played. Can they pull off the hat trick? Can they stay in front as they have been all season long? I'm really looking forward to that one. That should have huge fireworks. Two of the best teams in football clashing, and one of them is going to end up as a road wild card playoff team, which is rough. As I mentioned, no sit start this week, but I am going to do my picks against the spread. I finished okay in week 17, went 7-9. I'm 138 and 118 on the season. Let's see if we can close strong. Baltimore Ravens minus 17.5 is a huge spread. I'm still taking them over the Browns. I think they have a lot to play for. The Browns missing a ton of players. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 2.5 over the Bengals. I think the Steelers will get the win. I think they are motivated to win and lock up the best seed possible. I took the Carolina Panthers plus 7.5 at Atlanta. Look, I think the Falcons will win the game, but this is not going to be an 8-point spread. I took the Washington Commanders minus 3.5 over the Dallas Cowboys. I think they get the win there. I took the Green Bay Packers minus 9.5 over the Chicago Bears. The Packers need to win to ensure that they remain the 6th seed. Nobody wants to drop to the 7th seed and have to face the Eagles. I think they will get it done. This one has me a little nervous, but I took the Houston Texans plus 4.5 against the Tennessee Titans. Both these teams have really struggled this season. I took the Indianapolis Colts minus 5.5 at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they will get the win there as well. I took the Buffalo Bills minus 2.5 on the road over the New England Patriots. I know the Bills are sitting some starters. I still think they're a better team. I took the Philadelphia Eagles minus 3.5 at home over the New York Giants. The Giants shouldn't be trying to win. They may try to win. The Eagles are playing a lot of reserves, but I still think they end up getting it done. There's a possibility the Saints are going to bring Carr, Alvin Kamara, and Chris Olave back. A possibility. I'm not buying into it too highly. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 13.5. I think they want that win. They want to get in the playoffs. I took the Kansas City Chiefs plus 8.5 against the Denver Broncos. I think the Broncos will win. I think 8.5 is a lot in the point spread, even against some reserves for Kansas City. I took the Los Angeles Chargers minus 5.5 on the road in Las Vegas. They have said they are playing to win and end strong. I took the Seattle Seahawks minus 0.5 on the road at Los Angeles against the Rams. The Rams are sitting starters. They have already locked up their playoff spot. I am taking the Miami Dolphins minus 2.5 on the road against the Jets. The Dolphins need to win and get in and hope the Broncos lose. They are playing at the same time. I think they're going to play hard. I took the 49ers minus 0.5 on the road at Arizona. I just like the 49ers a little bit better. And finally, I took the Detroit Lions minus 2.5 at home against the Minnesota Vikings. I've been on the Lions all season. They were my pick to win the Super Bowl preseason. Can't give up on them now. I hope they get that win and get that top seed. That'll do it for me this week. I will be back next week with a little look at Super Wild Card Weekend. We will be getting 6 big playoff games. That should be a whole lot of fun. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful week 18 of the season. Enjoy this next 2 days.